Guys, a package just came in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the toy figure inside here is what I'm gonna use to create some realistic looking wallpapers in Photoshop. Let's get into it. The guys over at Pop Collectibles were kind enough to send me this figure. It's honestly quite insane. If you're interested in getting one for yourself, I've listed their store down below in the description. I'm a pretty big fan of these Hot Toys figures. They just look incredibly accurate, most of all. And today we're gonna do some more toy photography mixed with Photoshop. I loved doing that Mandalorian poster, and I'm curious what else I can cook up with stuff like this. The idea for today is I want to make two wallpaper kinds of designs, one vertical with a bit more action in it, I guess, and a second horizontal design with a very nice calm sunset, just nice looking stuff. For the action-packed one, let's take this to the studio and see what we can do. I 1000% wanted to include a flying position, so I tried this pose I thought might look nice. I placed her on this stand with lights surrounding her, and the main light source would be coming from behind, hence the lights behind her. I shot a few different photos, hoping this was about what I was looking for. When I checked it out later, it's definitely good to work with, so let's go and cut this out first using the pen tool, so we've got that out of the way. For this first one, it's important there's some action involved, and I think it'd be sick to have her jetpack emit fire. So let's yeet in this image of a rocket launching behind her. Technically, these jetpacks don't produce this much smoke, but who bloody cares, it looks dope as hell. I cut it out using quick selection, which looked like garbage at first, but I saved it using the Refine Edge Brush tool. That is a very long name for a tool. If you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. Much better onto the background. I decided to use this sky to add some real drama to this image, and the blue from that actually matched pretty well with her outfit. I copied that cloud and made it that smaller because extra random clouds are never a bad idea. I chopped up a piece of the sky to fill up the rest of the image, and well, time to make this look less horrendous. Using some different effects and overlays, I made the sky fade out to a very bright white color down there, although I'm pretty sure white is always bright. But anyway, moving on. I thought it'd be good to have that blue vibe all over this image, so I made sure the smoke parts are blue as well. This looks like a dumpster fire, but please just trust the process for this one. In order for this jetpack to spurt some toxic smoke into the before perfectly clean atmosphere, I'm using this smoke overlay. Though it's not nearly epic enough, so I decided to extend it with more of those. And well, that needs some serious work right there. I added a shitload of blue to that and made it kind of fade out into the smoke stuff below. Some shadows, and boom, done. The smoke is kinda coming out of nowhere though, so let's add the actual flames as well. I used this second rocket photo, I warped the living hell out of it to get this shape here and put it on there. Right where the hole is. Fire in the hole. Literally. Okay, that wasn't even remotely funny. Next, some sparks also seem a wonderful addition to this thing, so I spread some around there, including some larger ones on top. Very epic. I also put some lighting on there to make sure it kind of matches. Now, to make it real nice and shiny, let's add some glow, or bloom, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Makes it look super nice and bright, there you go. Then her foot has to kind of disappear into the smoke, because without that it looks like a sticker pasted on there. I also made some tiny adjustments to the background, but that's so incredibly boring stuff that I won't even bother to explain it. Let's begin blending Bo in there properly, because apart from her feet, she remains pretty much untouched. Oh my god, that sounds much worse than I thought. I made her a little darker, added some coloring, and instantly began doing the very thing that made my career, adding highlights. The light mainly comes from behind, so an overall rim light seems like a fantastic choice. Technically, there already was correct lighting, but I just wanted to enhance that and make it feel extra badass. Enjoy this speed up segment, because I have no mental energy to walk you through it. Not gonna lie, that looks pretty darn sweet to me. The fire still isn't lit enough though, so let's add some glow to that, making it pop real nicely. And also some orange light that goes with it, literal magic right there. Another fun final touch is a gorgeous lens flare to make it even brighter and more insane than it already was. I also believed it to be wonderful to have this gun shoot a laser bolt, so well, I did exactly what you expected. Her guns have yellow lasers, so I made sure to match that color, kind of. This of course cast a little bit of light as well, so I painted that on, and well, after some final little glowy edges and flares, it's time to add the legendary camera raw filter. I added a bunch of effects to make it more crisp and dramatic, and well, there is not much else to say. For the second one, I'm obviously gonna need a bit of a different pose. This has to be super calm and nice looking. I now just had her walking towards the camera and place a light on the left side behind her, which of course represents the sunlight from the sun I'm gonna add later. I took a shot, I cut it out, and well, let's get cooking once again. This second one is gonna be super duper peaceful, so let's take a breath and do this one in a peaceful manner. Also, cause I'm literally out of breath after that last one. First, one shall insert a ground desert image consistent of lovely little rocks and stones. It's important one gets rid of the almighty sky that is visible here and slowly drag in this lovely calm sunset sky photograph. Then it is time for Bo-Katan from Clan Kryze to make her entry into this art of peace. Piece of art. We shall position her on the right as shown, after which we'll begin right away with blending together the landscape with the sky. Using various different levels and color balance adjustment layers, I brought some depth into the background, making for a lovely haze effect. Towards the sides, it shall appear particularly hazy and soft, like my soul. That's hazy? What? The foreground must be a bit darker, and now we'll add a beautiful shadow cast by Bo-Katan. For this, I'm using Bo-Katan. I'm sorry, I can't do this shit. I made it look a little softer by adding blur and adjusted the darkness accordingly. Now, we can begin the blending process for Bo-Katan. I adjusted the levels and applied some subtle red and yellow coloring to match the landscape around her. I added some little shadowing here and there and quickly began working on the highlights cast by the sun. This already looks like inner peace to me, but I wanted the sun to be a little bit brighter and glowy. I added some subtle bloom around it and would later also do this to Bo's helmet and outfit. Finally, the core of the sun must appear super duper bright, so I took care of that as well. As you may have expected, we'll now add a lovely camera raw filter to finalize this peaceful artwork we have crafted. And ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Very epic, ladies and gentlemen. Those are two more edits I did with toys. For this one, I also added a second version with the twin suns on Tatooine, but I mean, it doesn't really make sense because why would Bo-Katan be on Tatooine? A bit strange. There's just something really cool about turning toys into realistic looking stuff. It's fun. Anyway, then for today, I think that is pretty much it. If you like this video, make very sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell not to miss a single future upload, and then I hope I'll see you in my next video.